Oh, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Wait a minute for everybody to get on board here this morning. Good morning, everybody. How's your day going? How's your morning going? How's your week going so far? Yesterday's morning momentum was kind of comical. I got on and jumped in and my big screen wasn't working, and so that was okay. I just said I'm gonna continue on and go no matter what. And had a really good lesson, had a really good talk apparently with myself yesterday because I forgot to enter the studio, and then there was no audio and there was no video. There was nothing, not even a recording of a script that I could give it to you again today. Good morning. Thanks for hopping on. So, I don't know why I didn't know why my video wasn't working. And I really didn't know that my audio wasn't working either until I get this notice. I'm working away after morning momentum. I'm working away, and then all of a sudden, I get this message on my laptop. Your laptop is out of battery. It's going to shut down. I was like, what? I have my battery. I have my laptop plugged in. I look down where everything is plugged into beside me here. And guess what? I didn't have the power bar on. So nothing was getting power. So you know, nothing was really being charged or activated. So I was like, why didn't I think about that? Why did I not think about looking down at the power bar to see if it was actually happening? I thought, isn't that interesting? Isn't that funny, huh? How we can just get on with our day, get going, and we miss the simple signals. We miss the simple signals that with one turn, one look, one activation can change everything. Where's your power bar? Where are you getting your source from? Like, where are you getting your energy from? Where are you getting your power from? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Where's your power source? And is your power source on? We're talking about building confidence, because in order for you to really go after your dream, or to seek out fulfillment in your life, or to really have that desire and know and desire the more that's in you, you just know that you're made for something more. In order to do that, you have to have confidence. You have to build this confidence within yourself. And so I want to give you some tools day after day of learning how to build your own confidence. I have a really great event coming up this Saturday. If you are in the GTA area, the Greater Toronto area, and you need a breakthrough in your life. You're already doing great things. You're activated. You're successful, or you're starting in a career. You don't know where to turn for a career, or your life, or whatever. Wherever state you're at, we all need breakthroughs. We all need different breakthroughs. And so this Saturday, I'm hosting a live event. It's going to be a lot of fun in a room of women. So it's a women's event in my home theater. I'm officially opening my personal mentorship center, which is an open vision that I had, a dream that I had. And it's not the fulfillment of that vision or that dream, but it's a seed too. It's a beginning point. And so this Saturday, I'm just inviting people, free and open, and for a great women's afternoon. And the topic is on building confidence, knowing your worth. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So if you're close by and you're available on Saturday, it's open for everyone. Okay. Anyone and everyone, as long as you're a woman, because it's a women's event. I had put a post out, and a friend of mine, he got so excited. He's like, I'm so excited. I'll be there. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. It's not for you. It's for women. It's a women's time. So yeah, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, send me a message and let me know that you're coming, and it'll be really, really great to have you. Jamie Lima Kern, she's the one that is leading the actual event on Saturday. She's a woman that just an ordinary woman. She has a great story. But her story is that, she has rosacea, she has skin problem. And she developed this makeup line, this makeup product, which was absolutely epic for her, changed her life. And she thought, how can I use this to help other people? And so she went on this great pursuit of, finding a company that would take on her product, that would take on her line. And she got no after no after no after no after no, investing money, going after a dream, going after what she knew in her heart of hearts was something that was going to help others. It helped her. And she believed in this product. Your dream, the thing that you're going after, do you believe in it enough to go broke? Do you believe in it enough to lay it all down? To lay it all down and saying, I believe in this, no matter what comes against me, no matter what comes in my way, no matter what discouragement happens, I'm not going to let go of that dream. I'm going to let go of the striving. I'm going to let go of the, making things happen. But I believe in my heart of hearts with everything that this is the more that I need to go after for this time. And so Jamie's story was that no matter how many doors were getting shut in her face, slammed in a door, her and her husband were pretty much broke at this time when L'Oreal picked up her line. They picked up her line and she sold her makeup. So she was almost broke. She sold her, but she ended up selling her makeup for $1 billion. $1 billion. Absolutely incredible. A wonderful woman. If anybody should have a platform, it is Jamie Lima Kern. She is incredible. I'm telling you, get off the Taylor Swift platform because it's not worth it. That's a mess and a disaster. Stop following people that don't have good track records. Just because they're famous doesn't mean they're worth following and having the time. Like what I'm seeing happening with the Taylor Swift phenomena, nothing against Taylor Swift. But do you really know what you're chasing after? Do you know really like who you're admiring, what you're going after? Jamie Lima Kern, she has a story. She's a lived out story. And she is sharing herself and her friends this Saturday with a live event. And yes, we can just watch it, sign up for it and watch it on our own. But it's so important that we gather people around us that will believe in us, that will hold our dream, that will help us to build momentum, that will encourage us and stand with us and come alongside us no matter what, to encourage one another to see a fulfillment, to see a promises fulfilled. Too many people go to the grave with potential left in them. Potential is potential unless something is done with it. People don't fulfill their potential because their belief about their worth, their belief about their value isn't as big as their dream. And friends, you will never outgrow your belief in yourself if it's not as big as your dream. And your dream is huge. It's bigger than you because of, if it's a God dream, if it's a fulfilling dream, if it's like, that very thing that you were called to do or just feel in your heart of hearts to do. I'm a person of faith, so sometimes I use words that you don't understand, but you just have this thing in your gut. You have this thing that you just know that you have to go after, right? But if you don't truly believe in it in your heart of hearts or in your mind that you're really worthy of it, or I shouldn't ask for it, and who am I to think that this should ever happen, then it's not going to. You're never going to outgrow your belief. Your self-perception really shapes your reality. You create. It starts here in your mind. God gives you a dream, and I've talked about this. We are spiritual beings. We live from 3 different planes. We have an intellectual mind. We have a physical body that's really only meant to last a certain amount of time here on earth. And then we have our eternal side, our spiritual side. We are spiritual beings, and that spiritual being is not awakened until we realize that we are connected to this true source. the grand overall designer of all things that are beautiful and good. And so when they have this understanding that my spiritual side can connect with the grand overall designer, with God, then your spirit comes alive. It's made alive, right? It's made alive. And so this is the thing that we have to understand, that there's a history, there's circumstances that have happened in your life to cause you to believe that you're not worthy of asking, you're not worthy of receiving, you're not worthy of going after the dream or the thing that's in your heart of hearts, that you end up comparing yourself. You get into this comparison gap trap where you see other people doing things better than you and you think, how could I possibly measure up to that? And so Jamie talks about this in her new book, and I'm awaiting for its arrival. I was so moved by Jamie's story that I purchased 10 copies, 10 copies to give away. Well, one for myself and one for my daughter, but some others to give away, because the story is so powerful and so profound, and it's so you. Now, I'm not just talking to women, I'm talking to men, I'm talking to humankind about her worthiness. And she talks about, the things that she had gone through, and we all have a story. But Jamie has had the courage to share her story, about abuse and about abandonment, about her weight issues, her fascia issues, her relational issues, and how she overcome that. But it all came down to her worthiness, or her lack of worthiness. And we just know from history, we know from our own being, our own beingness, that we don't reach our goals, or we don't go after things because we just don't believe that it's possible for us. So I am not going to come into agreement with that. I'm not going to come in agreement with it for myself. And I'm certainly not going to come in agreement with it for you. And so if you find yourself really challenged in this area, that I know in my heart of hearts that there's something more in my life to live for, that I'm not average, that I don't want to accept the mundane, I really want to break apart the surface. And we're not talking about achievement. Your worth, your value, your dream is not about achievement. You are not your achievement. So if you're just looking to increase transactions, increase wealth, well, those are amazing things. And when people work with me and they come alongside me, the breakthrough happens in their career and in their achievements. But we want to talk about the you and you game, the inner, because when the inner is worked on, when the inner goes deep, then everything else manifests, everything else comes into alignment with that. So yeah, I want you to ask yourself these questions, these hard questions to keep you moving on your growth plan this year. The question is my personal walk up to date with God? That's the most important thing. Your spiritual being, whatever you are, whoever you are, whatever you believe, how is that relationship with God? Because that's really, really important. Am I keeping my priorities straight? Are you giving into other people's priorities, or are you keeping your priorities straight? I have a client that is, texting me often just to say how proud she is of herself for saying no to people, to saying no to circumstances, things that she would love to be a part of, but it doesn't come in alignment with what it is that she's doing. So that's another question. Am I asking myself the hard questions? Am I asking myself the hard questions? And as I'm asking myself these hard questions, am I making adjustments? I was on the road today going to the gym this morning, and I said, God, I need to be more humble in my walk, and what I am doing and what I'm building and how I want to affect other people and encourage other people. May I just walk with humility. May I always walk in seeking the truth and finding it, and being willing to ask myself difficult questions and making adjustments along the way. And that takes humility. And you say, well, how humility and value and worth, well, they go hand in hand. when there's a willingness to trust the one who gave you the desires of your heart, who, deposited ideas and purposes into your life, and you're willing to accept that, willing to be led by that, it takes humility every day for me. Yeah. So we're going to continue to talk about building your confidence, knowing who you are, and really going after what it is in your heart of hearts to go after. And I want to come alongside you and cheer you on through that process. So I hope you have a great day challenging yourself with these questions, making adjustments, and stepping into your worthiness, stepping in further into who you are. Have an amazing, incredible day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.